America's largest bank says it's making a major investment in the nation's capital. JPMorgan Chase is announcing tonight plans to open 70 new branches in Washington, D.C., Virginia, and Maryland. CEO Jamie Dimon says it'll create 700 new jobs right away. The bank also says it'll give out $4 billion in home and business loans and $25 million in philanthropic investments. We spoke in D.C. today with Dimon, arguably the nation's best-known banker, about this, the state of the economy, and the direction of this country.
If we open branches here, that's 20, 30, 40 jobs.
It might surprise many to learn that up until this year, the nation's biggest bank had 0 branches inside the Beltway. 70 branches, 700 employees, big investment here. Why here? Why now?
So JPMorgan, we have 5,000 branches around the country. And, because of some regulatory reform, tax reform, we have capital, we want to grow and expand. So we've announced we're going to go into 15 new markets. And this will be one of the first. We go in with philanthropy, small business lending, lower middle income mortgage lending, affordable housing. So it's the full faith and force of JPMorgan, hopefully help these communities.
JPMorgan Chase just saw its biggest ever quarterly profits, prompting questions about how much banks are getting versus the customers they serve. Wages are up, some bonuses have been given. One of the concerns, though, is that the vast majority of the benefits from this tax reform has gone to companies and executives and share buybacks. Is that fair?
I don't think it's gone to executives per se, but like I said, the immediate benefit, there will be immediate benefits what companies are doing right now to help grow and expand in wages and stuff like that. Over time, capital gets reinvested, and that drives productivity and wages.
But are the benefits of tax reform right now being distributed, in your estimation, fairly?
No, over time they will, but I said it's going to be very hard to do it in day one. Remember, for me to open 500 branches, I need real estate people, we need to train tellers, we need to train branches, we need to sign leases, so I couldn't do it overnight.
This has been a long time of sustained, solid growth. How long can it go for before the next recession?
Yeah, I think your viewers should understand it's been 9 years of growth, which is among the longest. Consumers are in very good shape, business is in very good shape, capital markets are wide open. Housing, as you know, is in short supply now, which means more is going to have to be built. And so, yeah, it could go on for a while.
You don't think a recession happens later this year, next year? You think it's got a while to go?
I hate to forecast things like that. We will eventually have another recession. I do not know what will cause it. I don't think it's going to happen this year, and maybe not early next year. Everything you look at is pretty good.
A lot of folks were saying things still look pretty good in 2006, 2007, when in fact they weren't.
Yeah. But you got to analyze the facts. So in 2006 and 2007, financial companies were leveraged 3 times what they are today. And then we had this problem called mortgages. $1 trillion of mortgages went bad. It is nothing like that today. We will have another crisis, but it won't be that way.
Dimon's annual letter to shareholders always makes news. This year's covered everything from Brexit to immigration. I know you spent a lot of time putting that letter together. A lot of it's more policy than it is economics or banking necessarily. That's the evolution of a banker? You want to get into those policy discussions?
I've been disappointed in the progress we've made in this country. These public policy issues have hurt the growth of America dramatically. They're hurting the future of America. They're hurting the future jobs. They're hurting the poor more than they hurt the rich. And if we can do a better job in public policy, I think the country would be far better off.
Our conversation with Jamie Dimon earlier today and tomorrow on CBS This Morning and on our streaming news channel CBSN. Dimon tells us about what he talks about with President Trump.